All right, everybody, thanks for your patience. Hope I'll make it worth the wait. We at Bitfinance believe that everyone should have the right to access the investments that build wealth. Hi, my name is Eli Blatt. I'm a behavioral scientist, serial entrepreneur, and I'm the founder and CEO of Bitfinance. I also come from a family with a long history in banking. My great-great-grandfather, Morris E. Curiel, co-founded Maduro and Curiel's Bank on the island of Curacao over 100 years ago. At the time, it was the first commercial bank in the Netherlands Antilles. Today, 100 years later, it's 49% owned by the Bank of Nova Scotia, and it is the largest bank in the Southern Caribbean. Coming from this background, I had unique insight into the relationship between financial privilege and financial access. This insight was reinforced when I began investing myself, and I realized that I had access to investments that my peers did not, specifically alternative investments like hedge funds, private equity, venture capital, secured debt, that were available to me because I was an accredited investor, but not to my friends because they were not. In fact, it turns out that fewer than 5% of investors worldwide have access to these asset classes. Nonetheless, alternatives are a $15 trillion market. Now, you may be asking yourself, why is it that these asset classes are not available to average investors? And there are two basic reasons. The first is that there are regulations that limit the sale publicly of securities. And as a result, most private investment funds are offered as exempt securities under the well-known Regulation D that you might have heard a lot about here. This regulation limits funds to 99 accredited investors, which means they have $1 million or more of investable assets. Now, fund managers, being limited to 99 investors, have to set high minimums for their funds. So this means that not only non-accredited investors, but a large majority of accredited investors, as a practical matter, cannot afford to participate in the market for alternatives because they don't meet the minimums. So the solution is blockchain technology. We're going to break these barriers by using tokenomics and token sales to fund the regulatory compliance for public offering of these investment products. And we're building a smart contract blockchain-based fund administration backend that will provide better, faster, cheaper, more scalable, and more transparent fund administration than current backends allow. Now, to do this, we've assembled an all-star team. My co-founder, Michael Kahn, was formerly COO for alternative asset management for AllianceBernstein, a $500 billion asset manager, one of the largest in the world. Subsequently co-founded Ether Capital, the first publicly traded Ethereum company. So we've got real, robust alternative and crypto asset management experience on our team. But we're not a traditional alternative asset manager. We are building a Robo Investment platform for a mass market, and we have the innovator of that category on our team. 10 years ago, Eli Braverman co-founded Betterment, using modern user interface design and technology to make it easy for investors to build a diversified portfolio of stocks and bonds in minutes. Today, Betterment manages $15 billion in assets from 400,000 customers and was the first fintech unicorn. What Betterment did for stocks and bonds, Bitfinance will do for alternatives. So we've assembled an A-list team of advisors and a rock star team of technologists and alternative investment ninjas, and together we built this. You're seeing a live demo of our online investment platform that you can go check out at our booth here, as well as at platform.bitfinance.com. This platform makes it easy for investors of all classes to build an institutional-grade portfolio of alternative assets literally in minutes. We're also building our own proprietary patent-pending blockchain-based backend that we call Smart Fund Protocol. The key to this technology is an asynchronous hybrid public-private ledger that preserves the best features of cloud-based storage, namely flexibility and transaction speed, with the best features of blockchain-based storage, which are transparency and decentralization. Fund managers that we've shown this technology to have been so impressed, they've asked us to offer it to them for them to use instead of their current antiquated technologies. Now, if you know anything about fund administration, it's essentially trapped in the 1990s. They'll send you an email, ask you to print something, and then fax it back to them, and then your enrollment will be managed by spreadsheets. By contrast, we're building a fully blockchain-enabled, seamless protocol that includes marketing, onboarding, and fund administration suite of tools that will offer value-added services on top of basic fund administration for lower costs that will not only enable us to scale to a mass market, but will enable fund managers to lower cost for the administration of their funds. This gives us multiple revenue streams. There's obviously the traditional fees for assets under management that you see RIAs and investment companies charge, but we also have fees for our fund administration service that is a typical B2B SaaS offering with both licensing and fees for assets under management that we will offer as both cost competitive and value added in terms of the features that we offer. Our current raise so far looks like this. We've raised $600,000 in equity capital, oversubscribing our pre-seed round by $100,000. We currently have an equity seed round open of $500,000 to purchasers of our security token offering, which is now in private sale for a total of $5.8 million on a SAFT instrument. To date, we've built the functioning front end of our platform. We've nearly completed the MVP of our Smart Fund Protocol backend, and we have spec'd out our first retail investment product that we plan to go live with in Q2 2019. I believe that together we can democratize finance and that these features make Bitfinance a true blockchain fintech unicorn opportunity, and I encourage you to learn more about us either by speaking to me or my team at our booth or by going to investors.bitfinance.com for more information. And I now have 15 seconds for questions. Come find me at our booth if you have questions. Thank you.